Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all latest news in tech and mobile and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below and I will answer it before the end of the show. Now, as we started earlier this month, actually, we will be also doing a top 5 deals of the week. That is all linked in the description, but I'll be going over each deal in the right after we get done with the news. But there is some big news coming out, so let's get to it and let's get started for you guys. So the first big news is we have leaked images of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 compared to the Z Fold 6, and this is pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie, it looks both wider and taller, making for an overall bigger phone, which I think we all would definitely love to see. But it is also extremely thin. Now, why am I interested in the extremely thin when I have never been interested in like I wasn't that excited about the Edge phone per se? But the reason why I'm excited about this one is because it's supposedly going to have the ultra cameras, at least one of them, meaning the main sensor could possibly have the ultra camera in it, and I am super ecstatic for that. Obviously, that'll be just absolutely amazing. So, what are we getting from these specs ideally? And first of all, let me know if this is kind of piqued your interest to actually get a new one, because this would definitely pique mine. And I mean, I'm going to get it regardless, obviously, because I'm going to do it for you guys. But the main thing I'm seeing here is like, man, it's nice that it's thinner, right? Because, you know, it is obviously always bulkier having a foldable phone. It's kind of like having two phones. But this is so much thinner that it's really not that much thicker than what you would typically find. So when it is closed, you are going for a 4.54 compared to a 5.6. So under a millimeter difference. And by the way, I will be showing, I think it's supposed to come out Tuesday, but I got one of these little clip things, right? To actually measure thinness. And I got one of these things because I wanted to see the difference of two cases. So I got these cases in for the Z Fold 7 and the Z Fold 6, and because they're already on Amazon, right? They're already available. So I got the exact same case, and we're going to actually see what the difference is, right? We're actually going to see the Z Fold 6 versus Z Fold 7 and how much bigger it is. So that'll be coming in an upcoming video. Like I said, I want to say it's coming out Tuesday, but I kind of wanted to see that difference. I can visually see it myself. I mean, this is great. Obviously, it's a dummy Z Fold 7 versus the actual Z Fold 6, so really good on that part. And by the way, this great article from Phone Arena points out, for perspective, the thickness of the Z Fold, the S25 Edge was 5.8. So yeah, this is really impressive. Again, unfolded, this will be a lot thinner than even the Edge by quite a wide margin. So yeah, I think it's really good in that instance. But what really is capturing me is this part right here. It's going to be 8.2 inches versus 7.6. That means substantially bigger when opened. So I am here for that. Like, I am here for a bigger screen. I think it's kind of been a shame that we haven't gotten a bigger screen for quite a while now at this point. So this gets me excited. It gets me honestly really excited for it. By the way, when closed, it is going to be 9 millimeters comparing to 12.1. So this right here is the difference. So 12.1, 9 millimeters. So obviously definitely thinner on that, even with the hinge, even with everything else. But it is getting to that point that we saw in a lot of the Chinese phone manufacturers where basically you only have the USB-C and that's it. Like, you can't fit anything thinner really. So that's really impressive. Very happy to see this. Let me know what you guys think. But this, it gives me a really good indication of how much thinner it is. So yeah, very excited for this. Let me know your guys' thoughts, but very excited to check everything out. You know, we're expecting the announcement any day now, and then kind of like we'll see it. All rumors are pointing to July. We'll see what that turns out to be. But we also have some rumors about another phone launch, which will be coming up shortly. So the second one we're going to be talking about today is Oakley AI glasses. Now, these are the new Metas, so they're Meta Oakley glasses. And the main thing you should know about compared to the Meta Ray-Bans is that these are going to be almost double the battery life, going from 4 hours to about 8 hours. So really substantially better battery life upon using it. But also, the camera is going from 1080p to 3K. So this is the kind of thing that I've been wanting in smart glasses. I never got the Meta glasses. I know a bunch of influencers actually recently got it too, because Meta had some deals with influencers. They wanted to reinvigorate and get rid of the last ones. So this is something that I was like, wow, that is really cool. But to me, that signaled, oh, they're going to come out with something new soon. And this isn't the exact replacement for it, but I'd be interested in it. So here's my thing. Oakley obviously has a bigger frame than the Ray-Bans. You can see this wider frame would obviously allow for both of these things very easily. Obviously, bigger glasses are going to allow for a bigger battery. But from what I've seen on all of the announcement, it really is all sunglasses. Now, hopefully you can swap them out for prescription glasses. I'm not positive on that because they haven't really said or indicated that as far as I can tell, but it's actually interesting that we're getting steps forward into this. Obviously, everyone knows the one I've been waiting for forever is the Galaxy glasses. Galaxy glasses to me with Android OS is going to be the ones to get. I think they're by far going to be the best ones. The fusion of those two brands, really good camera, really good battery, the latest in Qualcomm, because you know Samsung's going to have an exclusivity deal with that Qualcomm processor that's going to blow everything else out of the water. That is the one I'm looking for. But if Meta's are doing this, I'm definitely more interested. For me, I just want smart glasses that's going to have Gemini or ChatGPT, not Meta. Like, it's just, I'm not interested in Meta. Especially one thing I would warn anyone against is getting the Meta AI app, because it effectively allows them to have access to everything you have that you have your phone around. It's scary in that sense. It's like a CapCut's new thing where like you are giving them access to every video you edit on there, no matter what, even if it's uploaded or not. That to me is like red flags. I will not kind of participate in those kind of things, especially with AI. So yeah, that's my thing, but let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in these glasses, or are you like me and kind of still waiting? Okay, definitely the best news for me by far is this new article that is saying Samsung may actually keep Galaxy AI features free forever. Because there has been a lot of talk since Galaxy AI came out that it would be free to the end of 2025, right? We saw a little fine print at the bottom when Galaxy AI was first starting to be released. And for me, it was just always like, I don't know. But now in a new article that a tipster is saying that Samsung rather, is going to keep AI free moving forward. And I think the logical thing is because if Apple gets into it, right? If Apple finally ramps up by next year, you don't want them to be free and yours not to be. like you don't want that to happen. It just doesn't make sense to do it. Even if it would be a revenue stream for Samsung, it just doesn't make sense to do it. So I am hoping that this is true, that Samsung keeps it free, keeps all the things good. And I am a person that pays for this service. I pay for Gemini Advanced, right? I don't pay for ChatGPT one, although I've thought about doing it. The reason why I pay for the Gemini one is because it is $20 a month, same as ChatGPT. But with Google, I get a terabyte of storage. So that just obviously, like, I get free online storage for all my photos backup and AI. It just makes more sense. But yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. All right. This is the leak that I was very interested in, and is again very shifting. That it looks like Google's Pixel 10 might change its launch to August 13th and August 20th for the announcement date and the launch date. This is really different from what we've ever had because we've never really had them move from their October date since the Pixel has existed. That is really cool in my opinion. Like I love the idea of getting ahead of all of this stuff, right? I love the idea of like, hey, let's release both big Android phones before iPhone and then have iPhone release after. I think to get ahead of it is a good indication of yes, we can get ahead of it and kind of blow it out the water. Let's see if they can do this. But this is something really interesting for me because Pixel is going to be the part where you're talking about a lot of Google AI features. So although WWDC already happened and they've announced some features, really kind of steered away from AI, you can kind of do almost every new iOS feature on iOS 26 is features that that Android Pixels already have. Call screening, there was like three features that Google has had for years and years. So yeah, those kind of things are just like, oh, then Google can kind of say, all right, before Apple even announces their next phone and kind of reiterates that, we have this, and kind of like, gets ahead of everything, which I think would be very smart to do. Hopefully they do it, but let me know what you guys think. This is really exciting for me that it's going to be an August timeframe instead of October. Get an early start and to me, it honestly gives it more ability that we might have sales during the holidays for these phones, right? The earlier they are compared to the holidays, the more time it's like, oh man, we still have inventory. Let's discount it $100. Let's discount it, free storage upgrade or any of those kind of great deals that we typically see sometimes maybe after the holidays because it's too close. Now I think the Pixel is going to have some really good deals for the holidays. That's just my thoughts, but really curious to see that. I'm also very curious if this will be the year that I get the Fold instead of the XL. Last year I didn't because the Pixel 9 Fold or Pro Fold was not as good of a camera as the XL. Let's see this year if that changes my mind, but very curious to see what will happen. All right, and the last article here is going to be Apple is reportedly considering the acquisition of Perplexity AI. Perplexity AI is another AI just kind of like ChatGPT and Gemini, but basically it's a different third party, one that Samsung was actually talking to possibly to handle more of their on-phone stuff. So right now, Bixby's handling a lot of their on-phone stuff, but Perplexity could actually increase it and make it better. That would obviously be in danger if Apple buys this company. So Samsung is very much so paying attention to this, I'm sure. But this acquisition at least has been talked about according to a lot of sources in Apple, but we don't know if it's going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see. But definitely curious to see how this turns out. I think Apple needs help in AI, so this would be very logical for them to just buy an AI company. I mean, they bought the company that made Siri. They bought or they didn't buy iTunes, but they, stole that from Creative. Lawsuit, you can check it out. But yeah, they're very much a company that doesn't necessarily create something, but they take something that was out and improve upon it. Much like Samsung did with Samsung Pay. I don't know if you remember the original Samsung Pay. The reason why it was so much better is because you could tap it on a strip, a card swiping strip. You didn't have to have it, especially on the computer or anything like that. That was really cool that it had the ability to. Yeah, so really definitely something to be interested in. All right, now before we get to the deals, I did see a super chat donation. Hey, Rob, thank you so much, sir. Much love and respect. Thank you. Can you say about Can you say that about CapCut? So CapCut had a new terms and services, right? And basically, I haven't read it myself. I don't really use CapCut for editing, but I know a lot of people do. It now seems safer to edit on TikTok than on CapCut because CapCut is basically saying on their new terms and services that we have access to anything you edit on CapCut, whether you publish it or not. So even if you edited something on CapCut and never published it, yeah, it's a whole thing. So it's really something that I would recommend taking a look at. just you can look on TikTok, updated CapCut terms, and there have been videos on it. There's one cool guy that I met, not Carter PCs, but his friend, I forgot his name, but it's also his name ends in PCS. Check him. He did a really good video on it and why he wouldn't use it anymore, and like he's just not going to use it anymore. So definitely something I would check out for sure. All right. Now let's get to the deals of the week. Now all of these are linked in the description, so go ahead and check them out there. But the first deal of the week is going to be this one, which is, I believe, it's $16.99, or let me see if I did that math right. $15.99. So for $15.99, you get 2 retractable USB cables for your car, 1 Type-C, 1 Lightning. You still have a 3.A Type-C additionally to that, and a 2.4A. This is something that really is good for me because I would always love to have one that's easy and retractable, so I have it when I need it. Also have an extra one just because I always need a regular Type-C, and a Type-A I would use for like a dash cam. So that would be what I would use this for, and yeah, really good for those purposes. Definitely would recommend someone get this just because $15.99, great deal. Honestly, it's just a really good deal if you're looking for a car charger, and a fast one at that. It is 30 watts on the PD, so that'll charge most Androids to their max capacity, no problem. Then we have this power bank, which I really like. It's nice, small, portable. It is on Woot, which is Amazon's company of like discount or like clearance items, basically they try to get rid of if they weren't selling well on Amazon. They do it here, and sometimes they have some really good deals. For this one, it's a battery bank that's over 50% off, 55% off, and it is $17.99 for a 45-watt charger. Very small and compact, but also it has a built-in Type-C cable. I love having a built-in cable. It just makes sense to have one, so that way you can just kind of use it when you need it, and then you also can add additional cables to it. Really good to go on. Again, this one is in the link in the description. Go for it because it's 45 watt and 3 outputs. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. 10,000 milliamps is perfect for you to like have in the car. So if you need to go anywhere, you always have it with you, or toss it in a bag, have it when you travel. This would be a great one to go have in your backpack. Perfect for any phone or tablet. I wouldn't recommend it so much for a laptop, but definitely for the smaller products, you're good. Even for earbuds or anything like that as well, of course. All right. Then we have this one, which is kind of complicated, so let me go through it. So here it is. All right. So this is an insane adapter deal. This is an adapter right here, a 100-watt adapter that is good enough to charge your laptop and everything down, right? You have 2 Type-Cs and a Type-A. That is good enough, honestly, for $40. But that's not what this deal is. This deal is you buy a qualifying item, so you add this to your cart, then you add the benefit item to your cart, and you get the benefit item for free. So what is the benefit item? Remember, we're already getting a 100-watt charger here. Well, in addition to that, you're getting for free 2 45-watt chargers. 2 45-watt chargers, and there are cables coming with them on these 2, which would normally be $35. It's on sale for $30. You're getting this entire one for free. So when you put it in your cart, it actually comes out to, So you'll see it come in at $69 at that price. And then when you actually proceed to checkout, here you are, you see it at $44.19, meaning that you got this one entirely for free. And I think you even got $1 off on this one if my math is correct because of the tax. So yeah, great deal. If you are looking for a adapter that can charge your laptop, you basically get 3 chargers, 1 for your laptop and 2 for any other electronics. I mean, heck, you can even gift these, right, to someone else for like a good holiday. That was one thing I've always done, like Christmas time, or any holidays really. If you just want to give something a gift to someone and you always notice that their phone is always dying, this is like a great gift to give. Like here, it's a 45-watt charger. It's going to charge your phone super fast. And you know, whether it be the iPhone 15 and up or any Android they've ever had or any modern day tablet, it's perfect for that. Plus you get a freaking 100-watt charger that's going to charge your laptop and any other device you have with you. I always have a 100-watt charger with me in every single bag. That's my work bag. That's my, daily bag. And that's my vacation bag. Each of those has a 100-watt charger. And if I didn't already have like 5 of them, I would have bought this. So yeah, really good one to go with for sure. All right, then the last two are going to be some phone deals that are just really good because they just launched and Amazon has deals on them already. So we have a Motorola Razr Plus 2025. So just came out. It is only in this color. So note that it's only in this color right now. But this model just came out for $1,000, 30% off. That means $300 off. $700. That is cheaper than getting this phone in any other color. It's even cheaper than the 2024 version right now. That's how cheap this one is. Really good deal. If you were thinking about getting a flip phone for vlogging or just getting one for a person that loves to take selfies, there is no better selfie taker than this kind of phone. Definitely recommend it. Again, $300 off. Really good deal. It just came out less than 2 months ago. It's like a month and a half ago. This came out. It's already on sale for $300 off. Plus, Amazon does do trade-ins, so let me know that. And then the Edge that just came out. The Edge that just came out is already on sale. It normally costs $1,100. However, right now they have the 512 gig Edge for 20% off. So instead of the $1,219 you'd be paying for it, you're paying under $1,000 for it at $970. So really good for that. I mean, this is just awesome deal. You're getting the Edge. I think you're getting it for the price that the Edge should have been, to be quite honest. $1,000 sounds a lot better. So that's the last deal of the week. That it's just, you're getting the latest Samsung phone that just came out, like not even a full month ago, I believe, already for over $200 off. So yeah, really good deal to go for if you want to get these deals. And keep in mind that yes, you can do trade-ins on Amazon too. So you can actually start your trade-in. And right now, Amazon is giving up to $725 off for a trade-in. So see your phone, see if you get a good trade-in. I mean, with $750, that means this phone would be a little over $200. So take a look. All right, now let's get to your questions. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask, just ask in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Oh, man. All right, guys. I do apologize for not having more videos out this week. I had a really crappy week. Unfortunately, my wife's car got broken into. Really annoying. So that happened this week. So it kind of threw me off. And it's just, you have to be on when you're doing a video that goes out to everyone. And it's kind of hard to do that when you're just like upset about things and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So definitely sucks. Luckily, I got new cameras that I feel like I'm securing my home more now with those. But yeah, definitely something to take a look at. And in my upcoming security camera video, I did capture it. Unfortunately, the footage wasn't as clear because of how I had the camera set up. I have since corrected this. But because of how I had the camera set up, I wasn't able to read the license plate. But because of those security cameras, I was able to actually give it to the police of what kind of car they drove, and you could see at what time it happened and everything like that. So it is very interesting to see. Literally installed the security cameras on Sunday. This all happened on Monday. And yeah, it was a very, or no, sorry, it happened on Tuesday, I think. It happened on Tuesday. Very interesting experience. But just, yeah, it was kind of surprising that just like, man, one day and then this happened. And yeah, it's craziness. So I will release more videos this week, especially on more Samsung stuff, as well as a new vacuum one again that we're going to keep, you know, doing the sponsored videos because they help us push through the channel. By the way, if you do see a sponsored video, if you can watch it for over 2 minutes, it really helps out the channel. I know you might not even be interested in it. Giving a like, thumbs up, commenting, and watching a video over 2 minutes helps me in the algorithm tremendously. Now that I'm doing more and more videos, the more you guys are doing that, the more it's getting out there. So if you can do it, I appreciate it. If you can't, totally understand. But just letting you know, if you want to help your influencers that you really enjoy, doing those 3 things really helps them in the algorithm. All right. ARCKY, I'm in the market for a cordless car vacuum cleaner. Any recommendations? Thank you. I don't have one off the top of my head. I've like bought whatever ones off of TikTok Shop and stuff like that before to help creators that I worked with. But let's see. Let's take a look real quick and let's go ahead and pull up. So car vacuum cleaner. All right, so cordless. Let's see if we can get any deals. Oh yeah, I can take this off now. Boom, boom. Um, so anything that's on sale, let's take a look at that first. Yeah, see, I have like something like this one, kind of style, or no, this one more accurately. I have one just like this one. This one's 20% off checkout. I have no problems with it at all. I know one company that I do trust, and it's gotten really big on TikTok, and I liked them a long time ago. Is Fanatic. So if you kind of want, the main thing to check out is this right here. So this is 19,000 pascals, which is the suction power. This one right here is 9,000. So when you see a price difference like this, that is why. It's because this is a lot stronger. This obviously also has all these bunch of attachments that you can do. So for this one, I will kind of probably recommend that one. Let's see what else we have here. I mean, you got this big old one, but I mean, I don't think you want that. I think you want more compact, I'm guessing. But, let's kind of take a look around the block. Um, Man, that one is a big boy. 13 for that small. That's really good. Let's see. Okay, 15. Actually, I think this is the one I have. Okay, so that's better. That's way better than the 9,000 we saw earlier. Um, Ooh, I like that one. All right, so I'm leaving it to these three. Again, just you literally saw me search through them, right? But now you kind of know what I'm looking for. So this one is very compact, very small. So if you want the smallest one, I think this one's a really good one to go for. And you can kind of do it with everything. It's an air pump, so that's really good to kind of just have. It's a car vacuum, and you can dust away. So I like this kind of thing, and again, really, I think it was the highest pascals we saw out of all of them. So would recommend it. Do this promo code for an additional discount. It looks like, so go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so this was one I would recommend. So this is Fanatic or Fantech. Sorry, Fantech. So that's that model. And then we have this one, which I do believe this is the one I have. 40% off. So this is going to be like dirt cheap price point wise. So, I mean, you're talking about what, 25 bucks, 24 bucks. I'm not the best at math off the top of my head, but about that. So this is really a no-name brand. That's why I know this is a TikTok one, because it's like whatever brand they put on is just that brand. So yeah, this one is another one. So no-name brand, or I'm going to call this one the TikTok one. TikTok one. And then this one just like, I think really looks nice. It doesn't have all the, or no, wait, it does have the attachments. Sorry. So it does have the attachments, but more of a just basic, really good suction, kind of the main thing, and that's about it. Again, 40 bucks, so pretty. I think this is complete BS. There's no way this would. You know what? That kind of stuff throws me off. I'm not even going to recommend this one now. I hate BS discounts like that. I hate BS discounts. There was no way this was ever $200. So for me, that's a no. I can't stand fake discounts like that. I really don't like it. But yeah. All right, let's get to some of your questions. I mentioned the new Galaxy watches. We have not heard anything as of yet for the new Galaxy watches, other than it looks like it'll be a classic. So this one was the Ultra, right? The Galaxy Watch. What was the last Galaxy Watch? I remember it was the Ultra, but what is it? It's the Ultra. So it's called the Galaxy Watch Ultra, but it was the Galaxy Watch 7. So essentially, the 8 might be the 8 Classic. So the next Galaxy Watch Classic looks like it will probably be a Classic, which means it'll come with the spinning bezel. It'll still be this kind of square design where it's a circle in a square. So we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, well, I'm curious to see definitely how it is. But apparently, it might have a lot more RAM, so it should be a lot more faster. So that'll be good. Capsule Corp. I mean, Samsung Scouter. When, yeah, we still don't have we still don't have one person to just. Oh my god, this is where like I would love to have an engineering degree and all this kind of stuff to make something that looks like a Scouter, and that yeah, it would just be the freaking best thing ever. Um, sucky that Apple AirTags don't work with Android. Actually, there is something really cool called the Moto Tags, which is going to have a video coming out over the next. I want to say that's going to be next week, so not this week, but next week. And those work with both Android and iOS on both of the networks, and they fit in all accessories. So I got like even a wallet to kind of test it with, and I'm also going to start putting them like in each of our cars, right? After everything that happened, but like so this one is made for an AirTag. The Moto Tag fits it, so that is definitely something I'm going to kind of do moving forward. All right. What do you think about the John Cena heel turn and Jey Uso losing the belt? So this WWE talk. For the John Cena heel turn, I think obviously the pipe bomb he just cut was awesome and just amazing. A great throwback and did it so well. I love the shout outs. Hey, Claudio Castagnoli, how? Because you always think of John Cena as like, oh, he probably was too big for any of the smaller ones, and yet he seemed actually like to give them a shout out. I'm thinking that those are the ones he was cool with, so that's really cool. Um, in terms of Jey Uso's title, we know why, because of Goldberg. It was why. I never thought he would be long-term champion, though. I literally said it when Jay won that I was like, I don't think this is going to be as short as the Intercontinental title, but I don't think it's going to be long-term. I think there is still a sense of WWE that they don't see him as the guy, kind of like in the era of John Cena and Daniel Bryan was there, right? Or Roman Reigns was there and Daniel Bryan was there, right? Like, like yeah, we'll give you the title, but you're not the guy, right? I felt Jey Uso was always going to get that kind of treatment, and it seemed accurate. So yeah, that's my thought on it. I think he'll get more accolades. I think next year you're going to get Yeet in the Bank. I think Jey Uso is going to win the Money in the Bank next year, and then it's going to be Yeet in the Bank. They're going to do that whole thing and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think he's a merch seller, so they're going to keep giving him accolades. So he might win the title again and things like that. But I don't think he's ever going to be the guy in their eyes. I don't remember, but can you have iTunes on Android? No, you can't have iTunes on Android. You can't have Apple Music, which essentially replaced iTunes. What you could do, though, is you could. I don't even know if you could do that, actually. What you used to be able to do is you could import all of your iTunes library into Google Play Music. I don't know if YouTube Music has that function, to be honest. I don't believe so. But that's something I would have to take a look into. But that was a feature, how to get all of your music into the your new library. Um, that sucks. We rent and have to park out on the street. My wife's car got broken into last year. It doesn't feel good. No, it's really sucky. And this is coming from me. Like, dude, when I was a kid, and it was like a very nice neighborhood, so it was very different, right? But in our really nice neighborhood, like um, the my mom's car got stolen on Christmas Day. It got recovered like I think the next day. Like they found it, they abandoned it, stripped it for stuff inside and whatever. But yeah, it's just like it's always the worst feeling. Obviously, just like you walk outside or you take a look outside and you're like, my car's gone. Like it's messes with your head for sure. So yeah, we'll see how all this kind of turns out, but it's always just like a sucky feeling for sure. Um, do you have any good kitchen tech you can recommend? Um, I have smart Samsung appliances. So like I have the Samsung smart fridge. I have their dishwasher that's smart. I have their laundry and all that kind of stuff. But really I don't like I haven't done like air fryers, right? Like I remember I think it was 3 weeks ago some friend of mine was like, "How do you not have an air fryer?" And I'm just like, because I keep waiting for something really to catch my eye and like, okay, this is a great technology. This is something I need to jump on. And to be quite honest, I might just give up and get one next year because, or sorry, next month, because with Prime Day coming, I am looking at some air fryers just for the fact of like, I want something to be connected to my phone. I want some kind of cool thing, recipe thing or whatever, kind of stuff. But which Mova, a company that I did a video on at CES, had a really cool air fryer that could do a lot. And I was really interested in that one. Um, but my thing is with like I wanted something more, but I am on a weight loss journey right now. I have, if I'm not mistaken, probably by tomorrow I will have lost 20 pounds in 2 months. So really happy to, from May 1st, I was, I think, 291 pounds. I believe as of tomorrow, I'll be 271 pounds. So I've definitely been on a weight loss journey, trying to do better, trying to do more with that, just eating on a calorie deficit for the short answer. I'll do videos on it and what kind of stuff I'm eating that really has helped me because I think there's definitely always a thing of finding foods. Once you find foods that are healthy and that you can eat a lot of and not get sick of, I think I can like theoretically still stick with these same foods for at least 2 more months. And that's a total of 4 months and not get sick of them. That's something, right? Like you're eating the same kind of foods for this long of a portion. I think that's something for definitely do it. But yeah, I wanted to get a lot healthier before I turn 40, which is next year. But that was my goal. Like, all right, I want to get. When I met my wife, I think I was like at 220, right? I'm at. I've lost 20 pounds. I'm at 271. So my goal is to get down to 220 before 40. That's next year, so I have a long time to do it. But I realistically think I could lose at least before I turn 39 in September. I think I lose another 20 pounds. I really do. That is going to be including a trip that I have coming up, where I am going to at least eat a little bit of what I want, but again in moderation, just not eating as much and everything like that. So yeah, but yeah, that's one thing. So I don't. There's not as many smart tech in the kitchen that I've really kind of noticed. But yeah, that's my kind of thoughts on that. Like, I mean, there is all these different kind of devices, but nothing at least that has really caught my eye. There's one scale that I'm taking a look at that's like a calorie counting scale kind of thing like that, but that's yeah something I'm taking a look at. Um, hey Ricky, how's it going? I'm late, but I'm here. Hey, thank you Max for joining. Whenever I click cast icon on my phone to watch things on TV, it never connects. All stream apps don't work. Only YouTube works. When I click cast, I just get a searching swirl. So Cornelius, take a look at your TV actually, and if it has something connected devices. Uh, Here's the thing: depending on the device, some TVs have to get into that mode where you can cast to it in order to cast any app. Second, you want to also check if you've ever denied it, because like for Samsung, right? If I try to cast from my Pixel and I try to cast once and I click deny on my controller, even if it was by accident, I have to manually go to the like search history of all of my devices that I've denied and undo that, or else it'll always ignore that device moving forward. That's so obviously that no one can ever go into your system. So because of that, if you ever clicked denied in the past, even accidentally, or some other family member possibly clicked it, it will never come up. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Thank you for the vacuum recommendations. I go to Costco car wash for $7.99. This vacuum will complete my cleanup. Hey, awesome! Very easy to do, man. Yeah, I didn't know. Man, I have to look in my area. I don't think my local Costco's have a car wash, but that is interesting. Like I did not know that, but that would be really cool to see. Do you think Google Assistant is better on the phone or Gemini? I definitely think Gemini now at this point. The reason is because about 4 months ago, I think when the Samsung S25 Ultra came out, so the end of January, beginning of I want to say the beginning of February more in February. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Maybe still. Sorry. At the beginning of February, we saw Gemini start to be able to do all the things Google Assistant via Google Home do, which before Gemini couldn't. It also couldn't do tasks. It couldn't do reminders. It couldn't do calendar appointments. That was a big thing that was just like, oh, this is trash because it can't do everything I could. Now it can. So because of that, thank you guys for the bless you. Because of that, I now think Gemini is better, definitely better than Google Assistant. I actually cannot wait for my Google Homes to all get Gemini. Like it is way better. So yeah, since then, I would say it's better. Before then, I would say Google Assistant was better because Gemini literally couldn't do half the stuff Google Assistant could. Since that change, Gemini is better in my opinion. Um, let's see. I think Goldberg is going to win the belt, and Seth Rollins is going to cash in Money in the Bank, and become the new heavyweight champion, then retires Goldberg. That is a good. that is, I thought Goldberg was just going to lose. I thought Goldberg was just going to lose and put over Gunther. I could also see that happening. Let's not forget, at least it was rumored. We don't know if it's true, but whether if it was Vince or Goldberg that didn't want to put over the Fiend. So it might have been just Vince, but we had heard for years that it was Goldberg. Then later we had heard that it was Vince who did it. But that one I will never like that one. Still, I remember that one that it pisses me off. So if I would hope Goldberg would put over Gunther. I think for a send off, it's kind of a compromise because Goldberg does put over a talent. He's not putting over Gunther, but he's putting over Seth. I think that's kind of a compromise that honestly I could see working out. So let me know what you guys think on that one. It also makes perfect sense why Jay lost it because, again, Goldberg would then beat Gunther, a more kind of final boss kind of character. And then Seth would put over that. So it'd be bad guy, good guy, bad guy. So it makes sense. Hey, Ricky, I installed the iOS 26 beta on 3 of my iPhones. It's stable. The only issue with voiceover, I can reset the voice because it wasn't talking after the update. By voiceover, do you mean Siri in general, or what do you mean, like, or doing a voiceover when you're doing a screen recording? Let me know what you mean. But now it's working fine. Oh, okay. So after the update, now it's working fine. So yeah, hopefully it's looking good for you now. If you don't get you an air fryer, I will. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I want to probably get one is because, one thing that can be very healthy for you, actually, calories wise, if you don't use oil, is French fries. So, like, having some French fries, again, for a long term basis, right? And where I have like a protein shake, I don't have much other food, and then having some French fries sounds so like it just sounds so amazing to me right now as I haven't been eating those kind of foods, right? So doing it in a healthy way is my mindset, but yeah, it's definitely something that I'm taking a look at. uh I'm looking into eventually wanting an air fryer either or a microwave combo smart too. Yeah, so I've had one for a long time. It's a Breville. So for like crisping certain things, oven and toaster. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if they make it anymore. And there is one like called New Wave that I've seen does connect to a phone to like make recipes and stuff. Um, top. Uh, oh no, it wasn't. So let me show you guys. So this is the one I've had forever. As you can see, I purchased in 2023. And I think I've purchased it multiple times because I think the second one broke on me, and then I think I bought it for like a friend or something like that. But this one is $100. It's not an air fryer per se, but it can, do crisping and that kind of stuff. But the thing I love about it is that it has a nice, easy toaster at the top. So that is one thing that I've really loved, and it's kind of like been, hey, this is a two-in-one solution that just makes sense for me. At the top right here, you have a little switch that just flips it from oven to toaster. So yeah, something quick and easy for just like crisping something up. So if you want to reheat like some chicken nuggets, I do for my family a lot. I put in the oven instead of the microwave, and it's just so much better. I know you can do it in an air fryer too, but that's like the thing I have right now. So yeah, countertop combo with toaster. Something again that I've loved and it's been long term. But I do again, if I get an air fryer, then like I've thought about, okay, so should I get an air fryer and then a toaster that's like thin, so that I can still do toast and then do that kind of stuff. But yeah, always yeah, it's just those are kind of that's how I make my buying decision process essentially. Um, they're quicker ovens and they turn themselves off. Yeah. Air fryers are just mini ovens. They definitely come in handy. Yeah, it's just air fryers definitely are just quicker at doing things for sure. And then you can set it at a certain time. Also, it's even quicker than a regular oven because like my wife uses the oven all the time, but I don't really. So it's just kind of like I like the idea of it being quicker for sure. Oh yeah, new UI change feature that I liked. Pick and pick used to change the opacity, but now you can't. Is there a way to get that back, perhaps? I have not looked into that. I'm curious if Goodlock has a feature of doing that, but yeah, very curious to do that. Um, I like Google Assistant better than Gemini. With Gemini, I'm not able to control my smart home. You can now, actually, Max. So try it. Try updating to Gemini. You can uninstall it after, but try switching it, and I think you'll be actually really happy now that it can do everything smart home wise. Um, voiceover screen recorder for yeah. Oh, voiceover screen recorder for blind people. Got it. Got it. Is a screen recorder for screen reader. Sorry, not recorder. Got it, got it. So voiceover in terms of it'll tell you everything. In Android we call it talkback. I understand though. Yeah, so it's for blind people to hear everything like that. Um, that sucks that it wasn't working, but now I think you said it does. So hopefully that'll be good. Do you have any good bedroom tech? I'm asking because I just moved into a new house and need some tech ideas. Um, One thing that I will say that I really love to have, that I have by my bedside, I absolutely love it, is Anchor MagSafe. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, okay. So this one I absolutely love. Where did I buy this from? Okay, but I bought this twice. Oh, this is a newer version than the one I have because it's a Qi 2 standard instead of the one I had, which is the Qi 1 standard, or the MagSafe one. So this one basically, I absolutely love because not only does it have your wall plug, but it has three wall sockets, right? So I can charge my phone wirelessly on this. I have 3 wall sockets to use whatever other kind of chargers I could possibly need. But then also, if you look at this, you have 2 USB Type C's and 2 USB Type A's. So the 2 Type C's I always use, I have a Type C to Type C, so it can charge up to 25 watts or 30 watts with a Type C charger on the side right here. And my other Type C is for my watch. So I have the watch on there too. So I absolutely love this. This is my go-to one that I would say, like, for a bedroom. It makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Just to like have your charging station there. I haven't found another one that I would really say like, oh man, if it charges your phone, your watch, your earbuds, everything, I would choose over this, but it's just something that I really highly recommend. So Anchor nightstand charger, and obviously you can use it in a lot of different places, but I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's just, yeah, it's great. Would recommend it for anyone. And yeah, like it says, you have the USB chargers. You can charge basically everything you need for it. I think this actually has a faster charge. Yeah, this has 65-watt charging on the side. So yeah, it's better than the one I have, actually. It's the newer version of the one I have. I might put this away for, maybe I might upgrade mine. Let's add that to my birthday list. Sometimes I just add stuff to my birthday list. So like those are stuff I'll buy when it like Prime Day or something like that. And then on Prime Day, I'll see all my lists and see, hey, is there anything I want right now that's on sale, kind of stuff. All right. Let's see. It reads everything when you touch screen. Yeah, I understand what you mean now. I sometimes throw some or cut some apples, fruit, not a device, and then air fryer, nice sweet snack. I've heard like, yeah, doing like some apples in an air fryer with some like caramel or cinnamon is like such a good dessert and healthy. So yeah, that was one thing I've heard of for sure. The oven microwaves now are air fryer option. Look into. So I my mom actually has a microwave that has an air fryer built into it, so I do know of those. Unfortunately, that was a countertop microwave, and for our house, we had a built-in microwave, and I was all Samsung ones, so they did not have that. They did not have an air fryer microwave that's a wall built-in one at the time I bought it. So yeah, I wish they did, because yeah, that would have saved me a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I figured it might be a good luck feature. I have to re-add. Wasn't sure if you ran into it yet. No, I haven't ran into it yet. I've never really messed with the opacity on these. So yeah, just something that I haven't done per se. Um, have you tried One UI 8? I hear not a lot of good luck modules work on beta 2. I'm on beta 1 for 8.0 on my older my older Samsung S25 Ultra. I know I have two, but I have not turned it on since I installed it. So I'll need to check beta 2 and check it out. But I was on beta 1 and not a lot of modules worked for it. I meant to do a video on that. I still have to catch up on that. So yeah, I'll try to do that soon. I'm going to be getting the Moto G Play 2024 for my 18th birthday on July 14th. I'm very excited. Awesome. Really cool. I don't know if they already bought it for you, but I would say that that is a phone that will most likely be on sale on Prime Day week. So check it out during Prime Day, because honestly, it'll probably be on sale. If they haven't bought it for you, they probably can get a good discount on it. Have you ever used that phone before? No, I have not used the Moto G Play series for a little while now. But Moto makes really good, dependable phones, always reliable on them. Their camera isn't always the best, but that's the only downside of it. As a working phone, they really work great. There's always some fun actions like the chop action or the flip trigger to launch the camera. The chop launches the flashlight. I still wish all those features would come to all of Android. Do you know if Samsung will have new earbuds coming out this year? I'd expect them to be announced with the tablets and everything else, but we'll have to wait and see. My birthday's in September. Maybe I should start a list too. There you go. It's just always something to kind of have ready, kind of thing. Also, my family has always notoriously said that I'm very difficult to buy for. Obviously, especially just because I think most guys fall into this category. If you want something, you end up buying it or whatever kind of thing like that. So it's very. But they have told me to make a list. So I've always like, new coffee mugs, new whatever kind of randomness. And if it's on sale, then I'm like, oh, okay, I could buy it for myself. And then I take it off the list. But yeah, if not, I've sometimes been really surprised. One of my Father's Day gifts was the entire Blu-ray set of the Dragon Ball Z series, the original version in America. So the original Gohan voice, the full episodes, not Kai, the full episodes, which I did love those so much. So wow, that was such a great gift. And not so much my daughter got me a great gift too. I need to. I keep saying this. I take photos of everything for social media, and I don't post as often as I should. I really need to get better at that. Something I'm definitely working on this year. I have a Galaxy S25 Ultra. What's the best fast charger? I think the best fast. Realistically, you can get like a lot of Anchor chargers and stuff like that. Like even the charger that I showed you earlier, the one for Bezos, that one's a 100-watt charger. It comes with two 45-watt chargers. That is maxing out the 30 watts that the S25 Ultra can charge at. Or sorry, the 45 watt the S25 Ultra can charge at. So get those is my first one. It's in the link in the description. It's a massive deal. $40 for 3 chargers. And one of them's 100 watts. 2 of them are 45 watts to come with the cable. That is by far the best deal. If you want the best one directly from Samsung, it would be Samsung 65 watt super fast charger. It would be this one, which I literally have right here because I definitely do use it. And yeah, it charges all Samsung devices super fast. So I love this one. It doesn't look like it's unfortunately available right now, but if it comes back in stock, or you can go from Samsung's website as well. This is, the best one to, I would say, get. But yeah, this is the best one I would say overall if you wanted to get it directly from Samsung. It's a trio charger too, so this one will do 65 watt entirely by itself. This one will do 25 watt, which is anything but their flagship. It'll go 25 watts, and then 15, great for anything else. I use that for like anything that doesn't really need to charge fast. So yeah, this is the best one. I do not trust this one for $15.99. I don't think that's from Samsung. So yeah, but that would be the Samsung charger. Although again, the Bezos one is really the best one. It just, you're only getting faster charging, the capability of charging faster. So yeah, definitely would recommend it. Do you know why every iOS beta has a battery drain issue? No, I mean, it's just a beta issue. Betas will always have issues. It just comes with it. Like we were talking about earlier with the Samsung, they're on beta 2 and they still have issues with it. Betas have issues. They're literally building it as you're testing it. And the idea is to have a lot of people test it so you can figure out what's wrong. All right, guys, but we did just reach a little over an hour, so I am going to be wrapping up. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you can, give a like, thumbs up. That would really help me out. And again, any recent videos I post, I'm trying to get the algorithm back to like more of my videos. If you can watch any of my videos for 2 minutes, give a like, thumbs up, and a comment. It really helps out in the algorithm, push it out more. And as I'm trying to get back on track with this and getting 2 to 3 videos out per week, hopefully your help will make me get back up to where I used to be. All right, guys, thank you guys again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will catch you guys next week. Am I going to be here next week? Yes, I will be here next week. I won't be here 2 weeks from now, just so you know. I'm planning a trip 2 weeks from now, so I will not be here 2 weeks from now, but next week we will. Thank you guys again. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, follow me on social media and check out some more great tech videos on your screen right now.